This is a message from Mr. Fix-It, Mr. Homeowner, just your average Joe. Got this Echo Smart, I think that's what it's called, hot water heater, and the elements. It stopped working, and I checked out the elements. I opened it up. I had to watch some YouTube videos, and you can see this one in particular split open. And then here's this one. And this one was the first element to receive water. So it probably takes the bigger brunt of heating and cooling, you know? You can see it just split open right there. And this was the second one, and this is the third one. And this is consistent with what I saw in the videos. It was the first element in the video that I watched that was the most corroded. In this case, this thing's fried. And I halfway think that it's because the gap right here is closed. Maybe somehow over time it just ended up touching. So in fact, I bought new ones, and these are 9,000 watts. Yeah, which is pretty high. I had to special order them off Amazon. Yeah, there's the tankless hot water heater information. It's I forget the number. Oh, it's the 27. But anyways, so I got these, and this was actually touching at the bottom, so I bent it apart. I asked ChatGPT if that was a good idea. You don't want any shorts, because this is essentially like a circuit, right? Electricity is going to flow through it, and you don't want it to touch before it gets completed. So anyways, I'm going to put them in now and see if it fixes my problem. Pretty sure it will. So pretty simple. We just drop it right in here. And we got to turn it. And then we just finger tighten it. We don't use any tools. I'm just kidding. That'd be terrible, wouldn't it? So yeah, I'll see you on the other side of that. So I've got the first element in, and I've tightened these terminals, and I asked ChatGPT if it mattered and whether it was positive or negative, and it's not. It even pointed out that it alternates the current back and forth, so it's not like there's positive or negative. So that's good. And I made sure that this one obviously is connected to the first one, and this, they cleverly made these so that this is the shortest, this is the second shortest, and this is the longest, to make it obvious which one goes with which. So, you know, these are the sort of things you worry about when you go to hook it up. When I disconnected it, if I hadn't seen that that was so obvious, I would have marked them, because just out of worry, you know, you want to make sure you complete the circuit correctly. By the way, when I hooked this thing up like 10 years ago, I had never done anything like it, and I have to thank YouTube, which is why I'm making this video. But it was like scary, you know, having never done it. I'm not an electrician. I hooked up there's three double pole 40 amp breakers, I believe it is. It's a lot of power going to this unit, which makes sense because the water's coming in cold, and by the time it passes through these three tubes, it's hot, like 120 degrees. So anyways, here's to all you DIYers out there. Okay, got them all in there tight, hopefully tight enough. And then I got these posts tightened down. I also took this thing off. This was a surprise. It sprayed out all over the place. Of course, I had the power completely off at the breaker long before that happened, but water sprayed out because I was trying to make sure that there wasn't corrosion in here. That was the first thing I checked. But anyways, it's just about the moment of truth time. Crossing my fingers. Gotta turn on the power and try this thing out. First thing I need to do is make sure that I tightened everything enough, so I'm gonna turn on the water. Wish me luck. All right. No leaking. No leaking there. No leaking there. Looks like we don't have any leaks. Excellent. Next thing is to turn on the power. Even though I know what's gonna happen, it's just like, you know, makes me nervous. Okay, I turned on all three breakers and the light came on. It's time to run some water. Looks like we're in business.